Okay, we're heading to the grocery store because I've got to get potatoes and celery and onions and mayonnaise and all the good stuff because I'm making potato salad for 150 people for a wedding. This one's for you, Kelly. Woohoo, we're here at the Walmart. It's early, so that means there's not very many people here. And making potato salad for 150 people. This is gonna be my excuse to get myself another big, giant, enameled cast iron pot. So that's on the list of things to do. Here we go. I didn't make it into the store before I got a little distracted, so now I'm a little shy on card space, but we're gonna make it work. Ooh, guys, I'm kind of torn. I might get this giant stock pot. Check out this mayonnaise. Holy cow. And I got the biggest sack of potato that you've ever seen in your whole life. I might get this stock pot. We are home. I've got my vinegar. I use sweet pickles, and these are like the best. It says spicy. They're really not that spicy. But I use sweet pickles, dill pickles, potatoes, red onion, white onion.
I don't know about y'all, but I use 2 kind of pickle and 3 kind of onion in my potato salad.
And green onion in the fridge, my industrial size mayonnaise, mustard, and my giant pot. So, we will start cooking. So here we go. So my logic is that if I can have the ingredients fill up half of the pan while they are not chopped up, cooked, and mayonnaised and pickled and whatnot, that's probably gonna give me how much I need, if not a little bit more. Plus we have leftover. And here's my weapons. And we're gonna start off with the eggs first thing. Here we go. So normally for my potato salad, I use about a dozen eggs for like this amount of potatoes. So I'm probably gonna use, well, shoot. I'm probably gonna use like, let's see here, 36, a little over 4.5 dozen eggs. So I'm gonna put all these into the pot, and then I'm gonna cover them with water, and then I'm gonna bring them to a boil, and I'm gonna put a lid on, and I'm gonna let them sit for 20 minutes, just like I would do a regular batch of eggs. After that 20 minutes, I'm gonna pop one out, I'm gonna test it out, make sure that it like looks and tastes good, like a normal egg. If it doesn't, then we'll probably keep going. I can't imagine that it would take less time than more time, so I'm just gonna pretend like I'm doing a small batch of eggs and see if it doesn't give me the same results. So we'll catch up in a second. Ooh, this one's cracked, that one's cracked. I'm not gonna use these. I'm gonna give these to the dog. And yeah, I need to inspect these eggs. Something I didn't think about, but fortunately, I think we might have enough. Okay, so we've got our 4.5 dozen eggs. They're not completely covered, as you can see, because we would have serious boil over, but these were cold eggs right out of the fridge, so I put some hot water in to kind of get them going a little bit. I added back the 2 eggs that were in here. Those were the only broken ones in the whole bunch. I still have these left over.
You can use those for breakfast.
We can use those for breakfast. So yeah, we're gonna see how long it takes to get this boiling. Boil it, cover it, and test them out. Alrighty, we're taking the potatoes, washing the potatoes, putting the potatoes. We've got 1 bucket down. Ooh. This is the most giant pot of potatoes I've ever seen in my life. Hello!
What?
I can see myself in them. That's how big this pot of potatoes is.
Look at that.
And eggs. Lord in heaven.
They're huge!
This is probably going to take quite a while. So we're already, we've got a couple little bubbles coming up. So, got this one. We got lots to go. All right, so for a comparison, this is what I would normally make for my family, and it lasts, 2 or 3 days. And I just put the eggs right in with the potatoes and just get them all boiling and do them together. So that's the difference, as you can see. So then we can compare our big batch to our little batch. The goal, obviously, is to make sure that the big batch tastes just as good as the little batch. So I've got my container here and my onions, and I'm gonna chop each one of them up and start putting them in their rightful homes. Here we go.
Ooh, these gall darn onions. There's an old wives' tale that says that And I don't know if it works. We're gonna try it out. If you take a match and you light the match, and you blow the match out, and then you put it back in your cheese. Oh, I think it does work. Just don't catch your nose on fire.
So the water is boiling. I put the lid on. I shut the burner off, set a timer for 20 minutes, and we're gonna check back. Get your jar open. Get you a butter knife. Woo! All right, so now we're gonna do our sweet pickles. Probably like half this jar almost. It's a lot of pickles. It's a lot of potato salad. So I'm gonna take half this bunch of celery. It seems about half. Sitting for 20 minutes. So I'm gonna scoop one out of the water. And we're gonna test it out. Ooh, they seem a little soft, a little bouncy. We'll see if they have to go back in. I can just keep them sitting a little bit longer. If that's the case, otherwise I'm going to run cold water over them so they stop cooking. So, let's see here. I might destroy this egg. You know, it might not be that bad. Okay, so let's take it over here and test it out. Oh, hey, it's beautiful. Done. Okay. So we've got the cold water running now over these to stop them from cooking. So I'm just gonna let them do that. The potatoes are trying so hard to boil, they just started. And this guy is really going to town. So I'm gonna take my little knife and poke my potato. I mean, they've got just the tiniest bit to go. There's still a little, yeah, they still have a little bit more to go, but we're getting close. So, it doesn't really seem like it's taking longer than regular potato salad to make a big batch. So, we'll keep up and see what we're looking like. This is cooling down good. We do have to peel these though, and that might take a minute or two. Here's my mayonnaise.
That's a lot of mayonnaise.
Yeah, we're gonna start with like half. And then our mustard. Dill. 3 big spoons. Okay. Pickle juice. Pickle juice. Johnny's. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so I just mixed up the dressing in here, and it's kind of like a little bit of a runny consistency, which is totally what we want at this point. There's no potatoes in here. Potatoes are in here. And I'm gonna do the same thing all over again with the next batch. So, here we go.
Usually you put like maybe 15 in. Okay.
We did it! So it made 2 giant pans full of potato salad, and this was the one little one. Crazy! So it is now 11:37, so it took like 2-ish half hours, something like that. Anyways, they taste identical, which is awesome. We did it. 150 people down.